Brandon Carey at the 2019 Mr. Olympia versus Dorian Yates at the 1992 Mr. Olympia when he won the title for the first time. I didn't choose Dorian from the 1993 Mr. Olympia in what has been widely considered as his best version ever because I think it would be an unfair matchup for Brandon. I have never been a fan of Dorian's front double biceps, as I think that his biceps were among the least impressive in his package. Brandon has the more massive biceps with the better peak and the smaller waist, which grants him the more impressive V-taper. Dorian's picture is not of high quality and does not show the great conditioning he had that night, but overall, I still see Brandon winning this pose for having the superior biceps. Dorian, in my opinion, is the king of the front lat spread. He hits this pose perfectly, showing the insane width and density of his lats, along with his wide shoulders and the striated chest. Brandon's pose is impressive too, but I do not see that he stands a chance against Dorian. Dorian did not have the best chest out there, but the way he used to hit this pose was aesthetic and pleasant to the eye. Brandon, on the other hand, is not as aesthetic, but he definitely has the more massive and the denser chest, along with the more massive and better rounded shoulders, as we will see in the back double biceps. I like Dorian's pose more, but Brandon would win it. The back double biceps shows that Brandon has the better biceps peak and the more massive and rounded shoulders. He also does not lack the width in the lats. Dorian, however, has the better separation. He was known for having the granite look, which reflected his insane conditioning, and it shows in his back area with the striations he used to show. This is a screenshot for Dorian, and that's why the quality is not that high. The picture also does not show the lower section, which goes to Dorian as well for having the superior hamstrings and calves. The rear lat spread shows that while Brandon could match Dorian in the lats width, Dorian still has the better conditioning, especially in the lower back and the hamstrings areas. Dorian does not spread his lats to the maximum in this shot, but this shot, which I think also goes back to 1992 for having the same haircut, shows the insane size, width, and conditioning Dorian had in his back, along with the better hamstrings and calves. He simply turns Brandon into an amateur. Dorian would also win the side triceps. Unlike his biceps, Dorian's horseshoe triceps were insanely conditioned with visible striations. Brandon looks great in this pose, but Dorian is just on another level. Dorian did not have the best abs out there, but he had the superior conditioning, which shows in the cut abs, which look like they are engraved in the rock. Brandon might be having the more symmetrical abs, but lacks the sharp conditioning Dorian shows. Dorian's picture does not show the quads, which he also wins for having the better conditioning. Dorian was not that impressive in the most muscular. He showed incredible conditioning with visible striations from the front and the back alike, but he fails to impress in this pose when it comes to the sheer size and density the likes of Ronnie and Phil show. Brandon, on the other hand, looks more impressive with his more massive chest, shoulders, and arms. I do not think that he looks that aesthetic, but still more impressive than Dorian in the pose, which is meant to show the maximum amount of muscularity. I see Brandon winning the front double biceps, the side chest, and the most muscular, while Dorian would win the rest of the poses and the matchup as a result. In a recent interview, Dorian stated that Brandon won the title because he was bigger than Bonac and Hadi, but was not in an incredible shape and was one of the weaker Mr. Olympia he has seen. He also said that Brandon had the fullness, but he lacked the deep separation and conditioning which used to be the norm in Mr. Olympia, and that Brandon would not be placed in the top 6 in the 90s era. You can find a link to what he said in the description box below. Let me know what you think about Dorian's opinion and the matchup as a whole, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.